you gotta do. Bring home all the action. You'll get more satisfaction when you bring home all the action. Get a grip, get a lock, get a hold on everyone. You'll have all the thrills, all the fun. Bring home all the action. And down the WWF Superstar. Bring home all the action.
From Funmaker.
Oh, I hated this. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Matt, you're lucky we're not reviewing Shawn Michaels' tribute song called "Tell Me a Lie." It's when he was like lost his smile and he was going. It's like, and then just a dude sings it as well.
Tell me a lie.
Say that you won't go.
Watch out! There's sailors in the pub over there.
Alright, welcome to OSW Review, the Old School Wrestling Video Podcast, filmed in glorious Grapple Vision, and tonight we're reviewing the jumping off point for Tito Santana's singing career with Girls in Cars.
Oh, yes.
It's 1987's classic music video compilation, Piledriver, the Wrestling Album 2, or Piledriver Twat. Alright, so yeah, we get the opening WWF kind of hexagon video with sex jazz music.
I was fucking delighted to have it back. It was amazing. Actually, I have it as a comedy porn jazz music this time. It was slightly different.
We're introduced to Piledriver Twat by George Stevens. He's a WWF producer. He's not told that. He doesn't tell us who he is. He just starts talking.
Yeah, he's turtleneck and his awful 80s dinner jacket. The fucking state of him.
Anyway, so he runs down the track listing. This is Piledriver the Wrestling Album 2, so obviously it's the sequel to the successful the Wrestling Album, which is, 10 songs of different wrestlers singing themes, some of them covers, some of them original. That went well enough to make a profit, enough for them to try it again, so here we go. Released in September 21, 1987 by the record label Epic. They did have Dave Wolff and Derringer by his side, who did team up previously with Weird Al Yankovic and Cyndi Lauper. So nice. A bit of a rock and wrestling connection there.
Very good.
I don't know why, but they decided to bring this out on VHS as well. We'll just cut together some music videos and so on. But there are 8 tracks, but on the CD there's actually 10. Actually, there's no CD. Well, there's
there's no CD. Very good.
It's on vinyl.
It's 87.
This never came out. This was never reissued on CD. It's the only WWF album that never came out on CD. Anyway, so track 1 we got Piledriver by Koko Ware.
What would you even class this as? It was.
Sometimes love is like a slow dance. You can tiptoe around, but don't make a sound. You can make a little silent romance. But sometimes love sounds like a fight. It sounds like an argument. It sounds just like a power driver.
All I know is that this song sounds like an argument. It's like, it sounds like an argument. It sounds like a fight. Piledriver. Alright.
Phenomenal.
I have to say that I fucking love wrestling music, so this, if anyone's going to enjoy this, it's me and people of my mindset, but everyone else in the world, there's no musical talent here, there's no ability, everyone else, unless you absolutely love wrestling and everything entails, you're gonna hate it.
I can tell you what was amazing about this video. There was 2 amazing artists in this video.
That is very true. There is a shot of various women walking through the construction yard. So the gimmick is the wrestlers are taking over the construction yard and they're all playing and constructing, I guess. Like Mason Ryan, where was he? He should be there. He's former, what do you call the people in charge of construction? Foreman, yeah. He was...
Mason Ryan?
Yeah.
No way.
I mentioned it on Raw there.
So is Mason his real name?
Very good.
Yeah, lovely artists. And then again, they all have lovely bottoms. yeah, someone with hot arse walks through and all the men gawk at her. Except for like Bam Bam, who was like, oh, I can't look.
Really?
Bam Bam, like, and Vince is like, oh, PU. He throws like a hamburger wrapper at her.
You see how young Vince looked in it?
Hogan playfully sprays Dolan's with cement. He was like, ooh, it's like, this isn't fucking a water hose, this is cement.
I was watching this. I'm not going to tell you now, if someone started pouring cement over me and trying to be a punch right in the nose.
Credited with Koko where he sings like the chorus and stuff, and this is the title track, you know? So it's like, where's Hill Push, you know?
The one thing I loved about this video is, as bad as the song is, as bad as the video is, the lads look like they're having a great laugh.
Yeah.
And that really does add to something, you know, if like, you know, you can't feign having fun.
That's true.
It's just not possible.
Yeah, so there's a comedy finish where Arnold Scullins gets forklifted in the portal loop. Probably just one of the note is that Honky was like, he arrived late to the scene and, you know, he got the Colonel in the back, Peggy Sue's by his side, but that's not Sherry.
It's just a blonde bird.
Yeah, it's just some bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you like the song?
No. I do not like the song. I do love the video. I think it's like kind of just real that 80s campy fun. And yeah, it was fine. And two whopper arses, so you can't really give out too much.
A terrible song. He couldn't come out to this song. He did come out to it before Bird, 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 but like, which is a much better song. And no, it sucks. This song sucks.
Yeah, it's just a bad pop song. It's just, yeah.
George Stevens there, the guy at Turtleneck, he pops in and out between videos, setting them up and tries to inject a bit of his brand of comedy, so usually he's got nothing good.
No, it's bad comedy.
Okay.
Didn't he kind of talk to like wrestlers and real kind of mix of kayfabe and shoot promos about the video, and Arnold Scaland is terrible and they've got some guy playing the foreman who sounds like the lad who plays Mr. Burns' son on The Simpsons.
Amazing. Anyway.
I better head off now before you...
Oh, actually, why don't I just say, hey Steve, what do you think of the album?
Shite.
Alright, thanks.
Plagiarism.
Oh yeah, that was your line.
It's alright, you can have it.
Track 2, oh, we got Honky introducing the Tonk Man song, Rhythm and Blues. This was awesome. He plays in like basically a barn. Sings with his icy title on.
I got long sideburns and my hair slicked back. I'm coming to your town in my pink Cadillac. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm cool, I'm cocky, I'm bad.
It's amazing. It's the best part of this show by a country mile. He's so good. But wasn't he like a real singer before he got signed? You know, he's like doing all the pubs and clubs in Memphis and like no?
I
don't know, because it's just like there was absolutely awful dubbing in it, and I was like, I thought you were a real singer, mate.
Maybe that was because it did kind of
part of his
it was
gimmick.
the gimmick, like
Yeah.
that he's a phony, you know.
There's a big dirty solo going on, and he's just going. He's just wanking off the fretboard. What's that all about?
Oh, the best line of this was just like a throwaway line, which is like, Elvis who? He couldn't carry a tune if it had handles on it.
Very good.
I've actually used that in conversation.
Did you notice they kept showing him shaking his arse? Is he meant to have a nice arse? I don't know. Did not show Peggy Sue shaking her arse?
Yeah. I've no idea, but with too much art. He had the same car in both the Piledriver video and this video.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, something very odd about Honky Tonk Man is that he's dressed like 70s Elvis, right? With the like massive collar and that, but Peggy Sue and the cars are like Eddie Rockets in the 50s.
The 50s,
right?
yeah.
At the end of the video we get a shot of the Honkywood sign, and then a disclaimer shows up that the characters in this video were all paid for their performances by Honky.
I thought that was an awesome little touch. I thought it was really smart. And then they go and spoil it all by having Johnny Fuckhead go and ruin the joke by explaining it to you.
After the video, the host cast aspersions that Honky Tonk Man can't really sing.
I was furious with that.
This angle was used in '96 with the roadie, Jesse James and Jeff Jarrett, with My Baby Tonight.
Really?
Where there'd be a version that Jarrett would lip sync, and it's actually the roadie backstage who's actually singing it. Oh, that did not get over. About a decade later, he was in one of the Insane Clown Posse. He was in one of their videos called How Many Times, where he just kind of randomly comes in and does a shtick and sits down.
Awesome.
He's in full honky get up as well.
At the Wrestling Hall of Fame this year, he didn't have a speech made or anything. He just showed up in his full gear, took out his guitar, played on the honky tonk man, and then walked off. And he got a standing ovation for it. That's awesome. Sounded amazing.
Yeah. Track 3, you got Demolition with Rick Derringer on guitar. Quite a 70s rock song.
Yeah, kind of had that kind of Black Sabbath feel to it.
George Stevens says that when they asked Demolition what they want for their entrance video, it says, we want bombs going off, buildings being destroyed, chaos, that kind of thing, and spliced footage of our matches.
This video was perfect. It was amazing. It was awesome. But they still look like it.
I actually thought their offense looked terrible.
Really?
I think something that is different from 1987 and 2011 is the length of cuts. The shots would be 3 seconds long, but in today they'd all be 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I did notice that since they had a lot of stock footage of nuclear holocaust and that kind of thing, and one of them with I think it's a trailer blowing over. That's actually in the NWO video.
That's correct. Did you see the part of the video where there was a boy and a girl walking down the road and a big flash of light goes off, kind of off camera, and then the boy just kind of ducks and covers like in South Park? Fucking awesome. I love the 50s. Good man, little Jimmy.
God, you're in the 80s using footage from the 50s.
You're off to Bovine University. Have this free track for all your troubles.
What was I laughing at?
The tripe.
Like crippled Irishman.
Oh, my head is fucking killing me.
This video looks to have used footage from 3 matches. It was
And 3 jobber matches as well.
mostly beating up on Tito Santana.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lots of axe handle smashes. There's an absolutely rare shot of Demolition pre-Axe and Fuji as well. It's when
When he's got little lightning bolts on his face and shit.
it's when he's blue and red face.
Yeah, and the other dude has little lightning bolts. He looks like a fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, it was Randy Cully, who took the place of Axe. That was Luscious Johnny P was his manager before they switched him out with Hoochie. Yeah, alright, let's move on, fuck. So yeah, an awesome song. I fucking love that song so much. Well done, Rick Derringer. You did this song and you did Real American, but you also did Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, track 4.
Nice. What band is Rick Derringer in, or is he just a session player who just for hire?
He kind of floated around different bands and went on tour with people
Oh, okay, so he is a session player.
Yeah.
Awesome. They're generally the best.
So this track 4, Mean Gene's Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, was originally recorded by Johnny Winter and Derringer in 1970 when he was with this band,
1970. Oh, so this was an actual song prior to.
Yeah, it's on Guitar Hero and everything.
This is parody to me. This is maybe it's actually seeing Mean Gene in the video that makes it seem that way. But
No, it's a terrible, terrible song.
oh, it's bad. Like I've been written here that I'd imagine people in the 80s laughed at this shit.
Like,
So-
it's a song from the 80s, from a song from the 70s, talking about the 50s. Like.
That's
Anyway,
amazing.
so we got Mean Gene as Professor Peabody.
I Portal. Just thought of the little blue robot
Oh.
straight away.
You know, he goes into a classroom full of bored kids, and, you know, it's like, oh, I'm the music appreciation teacher, and, like, I'm, you know, cool, you know, break all the rules, and blah, blah, bullshit, you know?
Mr. Peabody!
I couldn't stop moving when it first took hold. It was a warm spring night in the old town hall. There was a beat on the jokers, they were laying it down. But they knew I'm never gonna lose that funky sound. Rock and roll, Hoochie coo.
Oh, there's an amazing cell job by the teacher there, Miss Brooks, who was obviously really hot, but
Yeah, I was, you know, she walks in and she's got the, you know, the Hollywood uglied up, and I was like, you're going to be fucking smoking hot by the end of the video.
your hair is up and you have glasses.
And you've got
like.
glasses, yeah.
Anyway, she was like, okay, so we're gonna play this song. He's like, Mr. Peabody, oh! You know, he's fucking dressed like he's out of, like, Back to the Future 2, like, blue hair, wig, and his, like,
It's like a...
glasses. And...
Obviously, Lady Gaga loved the song, and that's where she got it from, you know what I mean? I thought it was an amazing touch having Hogan playing bass. 'cause
Oh, Mark,
he's a real bassist, right?
yeah, yeah. He can play guitar as well.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. This, to me, isn't a song, you know, it's like, it's a laugh.
The teacher actually when she starts dancing, she starts stripping, and she takes her shoe off, she kicks her shoes off, she takes her jumper off, and I was like, oh,
Put your Ganzi on.
get that jumper back on, you missus.
Yeah, she was tighting up her skirt pretty high. She got whopper legs. Stunning legs.
They got a camera shot, was just trying to look for a fucking panty shot, and they got it as well.
They needed to get perp cam out of TNA for that, you know?
Yeah, and then Superintendent Chalmers comes in and admonishes Gene and Miss Brooks. Alright, so track 5, your favourite of the night, Robbie DuPree's and the Strike Force's Girls in Cars.
This was like an amazing, heartfelt 80s ballad. It was,
He was actually on the beach, it was like wearing all white and
You were giving it socks?
Yeah, and the seagulls in the background.
What is it doing with the seagulls on the fucking string? Caw-caw! It's like, what's his face doing the flap in the background?
It's actually preceded by Jim Johnston telling us about how the song came about, and it's like, we want to write a song for Strike Force, and they're like, yeah, what about girls? Do something about girls, and, you know, cars as well, so it's like, yeah, and then they go girls and cars, so.
All you girls, you've gone a bit too far. I'm not safe behind the wheel of this car. Let's watch it right now.
I was wondering, why? Okay, it's called Girls in Cars, but in the video is literally
Girls in cars.
But I thought it would be like Strike Force in a car cruising for chicks. Are they like at the bus stop or something, like trying to flag down these girls who are in cars?
It's just curving on women driving. The song was actually not that bad in terms of its tune and stuff like that, but it's the concept of the video. What the fuck is this all about?
I absolutely hated this song so much. Do you remember, like, we were doing WrestleMania 4, was it? And it was like Demolition Theme and then Strike Force's theme. It's like, they should not be in a wrestling environment.
It's not a wrestling song. It makes no sense for wrestling. But as a song, I thought it was actually alright.
The following vignette has disgraceful and obvious racial stereotypical overtones.
This was powerful. Was this shit cool back in the 80s?
Things were still racist in the 80s, but they're kind of coming out of it. But wrestling is stuck 10 years prior to that, so in the 70s it was all good. But holy god. So Slick's eating fried chicken, he puts over the wrestling album and he says his song's the best. Come on, guys, you won't let me eat my Yardbird in peace. Leave me with my fried chicken. Like.
Do you know what I thought was more offensive than the black man eating a bucket of chicken stereotype? Just him talking with his mouth full of chicken.
Disgusting,
Yeah, I was shut your mouth and swallow your food and then have a chicken. I actually thought
I don't think WWE
promo
was good. Like. So who's at fault here? Is it Slick or the WWF? Should Slick have said, "What the fuck is this?"
In the 80s? With Vince?
Give me a drum roll.
We get booted later.
Yeah.
You a dinosaur bro, and you always lying to your friends. You a dinosaur bro, and you never get nothing in the end. What you talking about, ladies?
I don't know if it's because I've listened to this song so much, but track 6 here, Jive Soul Bro, I love this song.
This was the only song that I had to fast forward through. I hated it so much. I absolutely despised it.
This is the only song that has a plot as well. Yeah, so he's pimp walking down the street in the ghetto, macking on some streetwalkers. Then it like cuts to him in a suit singing about he tried to get with some tall woman. And shots of it, close-ups of his mouth singing as well. It's disgusting.
He's a terrible underbite where the bottom teeth stick out more than the front.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's really bad.
I just don't like looking at a man's mouth that close. Yeah, it was really funny because they're in the ghetto. Obviously, there's only black people in the ghetto, and yeah, there are 2 white kids randomly there as well. So I was like, oh look, it's all right now. Diverse community, racism solved.
And then Bad News Brown walks out and smacks him with a ghetto blaster.
The community end up following him at the end of the video. Are they kind of a mob, rushing him out of town? Who knows? Is being a Jive Soul Bro, is that a good or a bad thing? Maybe Jive means you're a little bit wild, a bit dodgy.
Isn't Jive like dancing maybe? You move well and then you've got soul, and he's a brother.
Maybe it just depends on the inflection that you're giving it.
Yeah. This was the 80s as well, so you better ring up and ask Bill Cosby or something. Cut
back to Slick finishing his fried chicken and he's about to move and it's like he's gonna die in a dash.
Oh, that's right, he wasn't gonna pay.
What the fuck was this? Come on. Alright, so there was a bit where they were asking, this is the Piledriver 2, it's a hit. Hey fans, what do you think is the best song on it? And everyone's like, whatever, Piledriver and Stand Back and Demolition. And of course they only interviewed 3 black people and it's like, Jive Soul Bro. It's like, of course you do, don't you? Great. Well done, WWF. You get away with it in the 80s though. Track 7, it's Stand Back. Cut the clips on Andre, but he never had a theme in the WWF ever, so I was so disappointed to see that they're just doing clips of Andre, the WrestleMania 3
Did
build-up.
you know prior to watching this that this was a song for Andre? I never knew that. I just thought it was just
Vince McMahon singing, which makes no sense for a commentator to sing. But the song can be parlayed into what the owner of the WWF would say.
can be parlez-vous.
If it was Dino Bravo and Frenchie Martin. Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Vince singing in his stage choreography.
So was I. I was really looking forward to having a really cheesy video with him wearing an awful tartan suit and one of those 80s mics and light glares and doo-doo effects and stuff. And we got none of it. I was devastated.
That performance is actually from the 1988 Slammy Awards. So we'll say for the end. How about that?
No, yes,
We'll
please.
outro it.
Because I didn't know this was so late, because the first thing I've got written down here is that this is the most 80s of all the songs on this. Yeah.
It's early 80s because it's got the saxophone as well.
Yeah, the sex jazz saxophone.
That's just Bill Clinton. George Stevens gets a call from the Honky Tonk Man. He's like, I'm not in track 8.
Vince cannot sing. However, when he's singing, when he's going to give it socks, you know, or kind of move up a high note, since he can't do it, he gets more violent in his singing, and he sings with his "You're Fired" voice.
I love it.
That kind of brought this song back a bit more into the awesome column. You know, it's like, oh, I'm singing a song, but I can't go hard, so I'm gonna get violent. Amazing.
I think it's kind of like, you know.
I bet you Vince thought this was amazing.
Yeah. I'd imagine that, like, Kurt Angle, when he had one of these songs as well, he kind of shouts sing, because he can't really sing. So
Yeah.
This is Vince shouts singing.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. You're gonna go now. Better be quick. Alright, so track 8, final track, listeners, watchers. We got the WWF wrestlers in a montage of If You Only Knew, which was a terrible panky song.
That terrible name.
I've heard a lot of idle chatter. That really doesn't matter to me. A lot of you guys want to see me in agony. But the measure of a man, understand, is more than your common pattern. It's the way I'll make you eat those words that matter. If you only knew what I'm gonna do to you, you'd be running out of here as fast as 2 feet could carry you. Your destiny belongs to me. If you only knew.
If you only knew what?
What I'm gonna do to you.
That doesn't make it any better.
You just see the red rooster come to the
Jesus, Terry, you're looking rapey today.
You and Bob Euchre. Alright, so yeah, it's because I've only heard this song before, so I've never seen the video, so it's actually pretty cool to see who's singing what. Yeah, there's a zoom and pause on Hogan. It's like, oh, face. It's like, oh. And they just zoom in. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, it was great. There was like a shot of like a crowd of faces, and then there's a shot of a crowd of heels as well. So.
Yeah, it was really. This song is terrible, but it's so bad that it's actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that Liz actually spoke in it, and she looked mortified for it? You know, so like she looked like she was terrified for, you know, talking, and she was holding on to Macho and stuff. And I thought that was a really cool touch. Did you notice that both Rick Martel and Koko Ware were only given it socks? they were into this song.
And yeah, $1 Million Man is featured quite prominently as well. It's like him and Hogan having a back and forth, which is cool. And then we get this like, it's like decreased colours to like 60 effect. And it's like a desaturation shit going on. And it's like, oh, what's happening?
I must have zoned out by this point.
It looked really weird. It's like, you know, you could see kind of, you've only got 2 colours for the face and there's like line between them. It's really weird. It was pretty cool. They actually sang this song at the Slammies as well, and they have like, you know, 60 people on stage, and they go to every one of them back and forth of who's singing what line, and that's actually pretty cool.
Nice.
I have to say, the Bulldogs were there, and Dynamite started trying to fucking have a chat with Bulldog, you know, during the song. And like, he's like almost in the middle behind Hogan, so he's in most of the shots. And he's like, what the fuck?
Hasn't he done that a few times? You know, like when he's out in the crowd, he just, like, he doesn't realise that he's on camera, and he's like, he fell on his fucking ass. Awesome.
But yeah, Dynamite did not give a shit. Like, it's pretty cool to see everyone. It's so campy, but it's like, it's kind of, wrestling is a show, and these are TV characters, so why couldn't they do this?
I think wrestling today would be all the better for it if they went back, like, not obviously fully to the 80s, because you can't take good wrestling from us, but you can definitely give us back good characters and good booking. You know?
Well, like, who's getting over? It's like the guys with the great characters, like Zack Ryder's getting over.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes. I didn't notice there's actually 2 songs left off that were on the vinyl that aren't here.
Well, is the WrestleMania song on it? The whoa.
No.
I devastated. I love that song because I remember like as a kid on WrestleMania day, I used to just walk around the house singing that all day because I'd be so stoked for WrestleMania. I can't believe I said stoked. I never said.
Yeah. They were still using it up there like WrestleMania 14.
Yeah.
With the Tyson on it.
Me.
It was great.
That's Linda's song, right?
It is.
Yes.
God, the zombie.
The zombie. Yeah.
So the songs left off the video were Jimmy Hart's Crank It Up, not the Big Show song, there's a song called that, but it was the theme song to the Young Stallions, their horsemen, their roam.
It was, yeah, it
No,
was.
that's Pugwall. And Hillbilly Jim and Gertrude's Waking Up Alone, which is not his famous Don't Go Messing with the Country Boy as well, so that's on the previous album. So yeah, overall, what do you think of it?
I hate you for making me watch it.
It's like 37 minutes.
Oh, it was a long 37 minutes.
How long have we been going? Anyway, so overall, what do you think of the CD? Oh, it wasn't a CD. Oh, overall, what do you think
Of the cassette or vinyl?
Yeah. Never reissued on CD, very odd.
I thought it was pretty painful sitting through it. In saying that though, the only song I skipped past was Slick's song, and I did enjoy the video for Piledriver. I enjoyed Honky's
I
stuff.
love that song.
Demolition is great. Mean Gene's song was terrible.
I hated it.
Awful. Girls in Cars as a song is okay. As a wrestling song, it's actually the worst on this.
I hated this song on every level. I love
Vince's
Jive's
song was alright. You know, it's a terrible song, but it's made awesome with the fact that he can't sing and he does his Eurofied voice. And the last song was campy fun. I'd say about 4 out of 10.
If you're looking for 80s cheese and camp, this is where it's at. Yeah, most of this not to my liking. Is this better than average? I could sit through the 35 minutes, but if this was like an hour, I'd be feeling
What
bad.
about if this was an audio file and you had to sit down and listen to the songs for half an hour?
Oh, I could do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I found watching the videos helped massively. You know, if this didn't have videos, I'd have done what Steve did, said shite and left and let you talk about it. and I am not lying.
Okay, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this bonus video review, and we'll resume our normal program next week. So, from Steve
Take care.
and Jenny, hello. I'll see you next time, lads.
All the best.
Chicken breast.
Just a boy, everybody told me what I should do, who I should be. I got some kind of advice, I finally had to say, stand back, stand back. They never understood the kind of man I am. I do my own thinking, got a lot of big plans. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. All of you who want to bring me down, I have you. Stand in my way. I promise you will lose. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. Reaching for the sky, stand back. Stand back. That's a fact. Stand back. I'm a man running wild, headed for the top. Never slowing down, and I'm never gonna stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Soon to approach the ring area, he will be led by his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, from Grenoble in the French Alps, weighing 520 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. And his opponent, from Asbury Park, New Jersey, weighing 393 pounds, Bam Bam Bigelow!
Oh, Bam Bam Bigelow coming into the ring area high once again. Roger Kent ringside. Alongside me, the living legend superstar Billy Graham. And our analyst at this hour is Lordship Lord Alfred Hayes. We're going to have a big one here. Two big men, of course, 520 pounds, and Andre the Giant. He used to be 480. He has gained additional weight. And he's just, you talk about a behemoth superstar. This guy is, he am a behemoth.
Yeah, but take a look at his partner. We got a man over here with tattoos on his head. I mean, just not one tattoo, but flames coming all the top across of his skull. You understand what I'm talking about? That man weighs over 400 pounds, I'm sure.
Not only has he tattoos on his skull, he's got them all over his body, his arm. His head looks like about 27 miles of bad road. Lord Alfred Hayes, what do you think of the practice of getting tattooed? Does it intimidate your opponent?
I really don't know about that, Roger. But I'm looking at these two giants in the ring in absolute awe. You know, whatever one might say about Bobby the Brain Heenan, he is the most astute manager there is in wrestling since the retirement on doctor's orders of our dear friend who is with us right now, Superstar Graham. And that leaves the field for Bobby the Brain Heenan, of course. And that combination of him and the awesome giant, 7'4", well in excess of 500 pounds, Andre the Giant. Who can defy that?
Bam Bam Bigelow turning it on right now.
I'll tell you one thing, the Bam Bam Bigelow firehead here, he's got a lot more coordination than the big giant does. I don't know if he's as tough as a giant, but I know he's a lot more coordinated.
That giant is just like a big elephant coming at you. He hits you, you know it.
And right here in our face, Lord, the giant's got a choke, got that rope around Bigelow's throat. And we can hear the grunts and groans very plainly, and it doesn't sound too pleasant.
It certainly doesn't.
Andre the Giant coming from a huge family. His grandfather was 7 feet 8 inches tall. Yep. And they're all big.
Well, let me just say one thing about Andre the Giant. You know, through my career, I've probably wrestled the man maybe 25 times. And the only difference between then and now, he's just as bad. He's just as strong. The only difference now, he's a bit meaner. He's got a nasty attitude.
You bet he has. And I enjoyed having dinner with him. And I had, years ago, I had dinner with him and enjoyed some camaraderie. But boy, since he got with Heenan, he's absolutely repulsive.
That's the bottom line, right, Lord? Bobby?
Yes, it is. You know, the advantage that the Giant has, and it's obvious, obviously, in strength and size, but you see, every time Bigelow has got into the ring with another opponent, there's been a disparity in the two sizes of those men, with the Bigelow being the big man, but now the tables are reversed. Can he acclimatize himself to such a situation?
Oh, in other words, adjust.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it looks like he's not adjusting too well, Lord, right now.
You're absolutely right.
That did it for me, guys. I'll see you.
Thank you for that little guidance there. Superstar.
This is a double whammy right here. The size of a man's hands.
They're ham hocks.
Yeah, they're bigger than ham hocks. He's got his trapeze. He's buckled under there, cutting out the blood circulation to his shoulders. His arms ought to be dropping pretty soon.
I don't know. I don't. The guy is just so tremendously strong. Not just his size. It's one thing to have size, but you have to have some muscle to support a frame like that.
Wow. Power in the Giant there. He is so vast. How can you match against it?
He's just relentless in the way he takes out an opponent.
But I tell you, gentlemen, don't count Bigelow out. The man's been a street fighter his whole life. He was an arm wrestling champion of the world in Petaluma. The guy is tough. He's raw bone. The man will not, I will guarantee you, he'll never say I give up. If Andre's going to beat him, he'll have to pin him. That's my prediction.
Arm wrestling champion in what?
That's what he told me. Petaluma, California.
Petaluma?
Yes, Petaluma, California, where they hold the annual arm wrestling championship of the year. Every year, he's told me he won the contest twice.
Right.
Bam Bigelow.
Oh, I think I recall having seen him. It's there's Andre. I thought it was a choke when Andre first put this trapezius nerve hold. We used to call it a nerve hold. It really is, because you just take and paralyze your opponent.
I would say he's pinching the nerve, Lord. Would you?
Yes, I would think so. And he's pinching this belt too, by the looks of it, because it's going away gradually, piece by piece, from Bigelow. Bigelow hasn't mounted any offense so far, and he's in dire trouble.
Oh, Andre messing with the big one. Bigelow, close one. Giant.
He actually took him off his feet. He actually took Andre the Giant off his feet, and he's trapped in the ropes.
It's much more difficult for the Giant to get out of those ropes because of his hulk, his girth, his size.
Well, that's what I want to know. Who and how is he going to get out of the ropes?
I don't know, because inside those cords, that's steel. That is cable, steel cable, not just rope.
Oh, and he's enraging. He's enraging Andre now. He's trying to humiliate the big man right there. Look at that desperation kick by Andre.
One of those big legs came out with a mighty blow there.
Elbow smashing.
Bigelow better make the most of this.
Choking.
Andre could use Bobby the Brain right now, gentlemen.
Where is Bobby the Brain?
Well, he had to leave ringside. I would believe it's something to do with some ruling that Jack Tunney has placed upon him.
I was unaware of that.
Now there's a bear hug that stopped Bigelow dead in his tracks. Dead in his tracks.
When Andre gives you a bear hug, that's a bear hug.
And notice Andre's on his knees, and his head is still right about even with Bigelow's head. Take a look at that for comparison.
And one thing about Andre, he knows he's wrestling, because you get a lot more purchase when you're on your knees like that. You can get a lot of leverage into that hold.
That's right.
Bear hug, and Bam Bigelow is having the wind just absolutely. He can't breathe.
No, he can't breathe. And I tell you what, though, don't count this kid out from Asbury Park, the home of Bruce Springsteen, brother. Don't count him out. He's going to hang in there. And I'm telling you, like I said before, he will not say the words, I give up.
Bam is getting redder in the face, and it's obvious that he's in tremendous discomfort, pain. Oh, he gamely tried for a headbutt. Andre just hooks up there like he's got a hold of a fence post. Just going to break it in his own time.
Oh, hold on. Holding well.
Well, if he gets out of it, it's a miracle.
He's trying everything he knows, Superstar.
Going for the ears.
Well, if I was Bam Bigelow, I'd cheat the rules. I'd bend him, and I'd go ahead and stick a thumb on Andre's eye. That's the only way he's going to get out of that hold.
I don't see any other way.
You know, I hate to say that, but
if the referee were any closer, though, he'd be on the other side, and he can't very well do that.
A powerful back of
the back looks like the side of it looks like a drive-in movie screen. You can shoot a double feature on that back, Lord.
Look at these knuckles. He could plant a garden with just about 4 or 5 punches.
Look at the face.
Oh, look at this.
Bigelow going. He has courage. You've got to hand it to Bigelow.
There's a lot of drama right here, Lord. Yes. A lot of drama.
A lot of intensity, a lot of grit shown on the part of that big man there, who doesn't look necessarily so big against the Giant. Bear in mind, he's 400 pounds.
Well, and excuse me, Roger, but I'm waiting for the man with the tattoos on his head to drop to his knees. Because if he dropped to his knees, well, it might be all over for him.
Superstar, in your professional opinion, once a man has held on a bear hug like that for such a long time, the strength begins to flow from his arms.
You mean the one applying the bear hug?
Absolutely.
Of course it does. Of course it does. That's why you want to lean into your man if you can.
And I think that's what he's trying. As a matter of fact, it looks as if some of the strength might be ebbing from those giant arms.
Also, the grip appears to be slipping just a tad around those big mammoth fingers of Andre.
Yes, a fraction.
There's one thing about physiology or the human body. When you apply pressure on an area for a certain length of time, it isn't very long before you don't feel that pressure anymore. And so you're oblivious of it. But that's not the case now, because whenever that, Andre knows that, and whenever that occurs, he just puts on a little more pressure in a different angle. Am I right, Your Lordship?
I would say that is an exact
It appears that
summation.
way. It appears that way, and I see Andre constantly shifting his hands, getting a better grip, moving them around. They start slipping. He re-grips his grip.
Yes, they can go.
He's digging deeper. And I don't know, the big boy from Asbury Park just dropped to the knee. That might be the deciding. The head.
Oh!
Andre should go for the cover.
Right now.
Right now.
Yep, and he's not going to.
Missed a golden opportunity. Whoa!
Oh, he kicked him where the sun don't shine. And that was gotta be really a big hurt for Bam Bam.
The big boy from Asbury Park has absorbed a tremendous amount of pain. I don't know how the man's, I don't know how he's continuing.
Look out, he's
Giant
gonna whip him.
devastated.
He's whipping him into the turnbuckles all the way. No! Andre seemed to be somewhat off balance, and Bam Bam took advantage of it.
You're right, Roger.
A defensive move to
Sucking him right into
24,
that.
1, 2, 3. Andre wisely covering.
Brilliant strategies there on the part of Andre.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Lord, how many times have we seen that foot go up in the air and stop them dead in their tracks?
Here's your winner, Andre the Giant.
Andre wants to go after Bam Bam. He's choking him with his tunic shoulder strap.
He'd better be careful here, Roger. There may be a reversal of the decision if he persists in that sort of treatment.
The referee isn't fooled one iota.
This is all at the hands of Bobby Heenan. This is the end result of Bobby Heenan's tutoring right there. Andre the Giant choking a man unmercifully.
Yes, Bobby wants him to be a killer.
Oh, and he's still. No, wait a minute. The referee is looking for some help.
Well, if it's going to take an army, I guarantee you that, to get the big man.
No one man
Bigelow.
could stop that. That's got to be an army. You're quite right. And they've. Whoa!
Here comes an army.
Yeah, something's happening.
one-man army.
Oh, look at Hacksaw Jim Duggan coming into the ring.
Oh!
From behind. And he nails Andre. Andre headbutts Hacksaw. Hacksaw put him away with
Andre
that.
taking for the high ground. I've never seen that before.
Never before.
Oh, that's the very first time ever.
The
He's
first
run.
in wrestling.
He's run from Duggan.
Andre got the decision and Hacksaw. Duggan comes in. The Bam Bam Bigelow's defense.